Ace, how you doing? Hello. You want to be my friend? Will you sit for me? Good job. There you go. Good boy. Nice. There you go. We buddies now? Aw, thank you. That's a good boy. That's a good man. Yeah. We friends. We friends. Guys, this is Ace. I'm gonna do our little pre-walk. He came in with a choke collar on, and a leash. This leash. He's been here a little over an hour. Oops. Get hold of this. Get hold of the phone here. It's quite the puller. Quite the puller. I like to do a quick little walk to kind of gauge how much these dogs are pulling. So even though he has a choker collar on, he's pulling a lot. Quite a bit for a small feller. Make sure I have a good hold of the leash here. So he's way out in front. If I gave him more leash, I imagine that he'd be way out in front. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah. Way out in front. We're gonna keep it short because it's getting warm. It's first thing in the morning still, so. Way out in front, doesn't really care about me. You know, I'm a total stranger to him, so why would he, right? Let's go this way, buddy. Right back to pulling. So there's usually constant pressure on this collar, it looks like. Yep. Hi, how you doing? No, right back to pulling. You're looking at me? Hi. How are you doing? He's a cutie. So Ace is actually here because he's got some separation anxiety. He used to have other dogs in his pack. Unfortunately, those dogs have since passed away, and he had a lot of major life changes happen all at once. So now when Ace is left alone, he is very destructive. So he's breaking out of crates, destroying some stuff. So he's here to work on that stuff. But we like to help lay a foundation too for other things. So polite manners, you know, and just overall better dog behavior, you know. But so that's what Ace is here for. But he also pulls on the leash a bit. So we're going to work on that. That's the first thing that we're going to tackle. Kind of get him into a groove. And he's like, man, where's my dad? Where's my dad? I know, buddy. Dogs with separation anxiety, oftentimes they're nervous, but he actually is coming up to me and taking treats and stuff. So we're going to do some leash work with him. I think we're going to change the equipment that he's got on him, and we're going to see how that goes. What do you think about that? Ready to get to work? Ace, do some work? Oh, good boy, wagging that tail. Good boy. All right, buddy, let's do some work. I did Ace with a prong collar. He's got a 2.25 millimeter prong collar. I also switched out his collar, so usually we take off the dog's regular collar and put on something that fits a little more snug. So this yellow collar is literally just a regular flat buckle collar that we can attach our safety backup to. So we always use a little safety backup just in case something comes off, because prong collars sometimes come off. So unlike a choke chain, a prong collar can actually come apart. So that's why we use a leash that has some kind of safety backup equipped to a regular collar. But this is just another regular collar on him, and then he's got a flea collar on as well. So in order to introduce the prong collar, we do a little bit of a dance. Sometimes when we put a prong collar in a dog, they go bananas because they're not used to that pressure. So all I'm going to do is move with him, and I want him to move with me, which is super easy for him because he likes to move with whoever he's hanging out with. And even though I'm moving just a little bit and doesn't look like much is happening, he's actually feeling a tiny bit of pressure on that prong collar, and he's learning to yield to that pressure. I want to teach him, like, hey man, I want you to stay by me, okay? And when we do a lot of food training with dogs, but if all we do is food training, we can only train so many hours of the day because the food eventually runs out, or we end up having super, super chunky dogs. This guy could handle it though, right? You like taking treats. He likes taking treats from me. So for right now, I'm just introducing a new tool, see if I can get him to stop that leash pulling a bit, and then we'll work on some other stuff. Good. But we just do a little dance with the prong collar because I want the dogs to learn what that pressure is. A lot of people make the mistake, they put a prong collar on and they expect that the dog is just supposed to all of a sudden know how to walk. But a lot of it is how you use it. Good boy. So I use my voice. I am still super encouraging, just going back and forth like this. And some dogs are like, what are we doing? This is so weird. But I'm just getting him used to this pressure, just the slightest bit of pressure. Good boy. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually, his owner wants me to walk him on the right side because it's easiest for him. So that's what I got to train myself to do that because I usually walk dogs on the left. So gather up my leash here. And I'm holding the phone. It's kind of strange for me because I got to open the door and stuff too. But he also just ran right out the door before. Did you guys notice that? So this time, I'm going to walk up to the door and show him. We're going to use leash pressure to get him to not do that anymore. So as soon as I open the door, just a little bit, he tries to go for it. I'm just going to back him up a little bit. Open the door. Use that collar to my advantage. Good job, buddy. Good boy. So an open door does not mean that it's a free-for-all. Good. We walk up to the door. He goes to rush out. He feels that pressure. He's like, huh. Oh, well, but I thought we were going somewhere. Well, we are, but you can't just rush out the door, buddy. It's not safe. Walk up to the door. This time, give a little bit of a leash pop. A leash pop. Get him a little bit back. Ace. Sit. Good boy. So Ace is a pretty good boy. He's actually about 7-ish years old. So we want dogs to wait at the threshold, whether they're going in and out of their crate, in and out of the door. We want them to wait because what if we were just like getting a pizza or something? Come on, buddy. A little bit of leash pressure. Sit. A little butt touch to get that sit. No, sit. Gentle leash pressure to get him to sit. Sometimes I'll use my hand, like I have a food lure. Ace, sit. Ace. Good boy. There we go. So sometimes we ask too much of our dogs. So if being out in the great outdoors is too distracting for him, then I'll shut the door so that he'll win. Good boy. Wait for the garbage truck to go by. It's pretty loud. Of course you're gonna be right there. No, screw it, let's go. Come on, buddy. Give me a sec to shut the door. Pretty distracting, huh? Gathering up my leash. Sorry, guys. It's tough with my holding my phone in this hand. It doesn't have a case anymore, so I'm nervous about it. So, we do 2 exercises. Let's wait for this truck to get gone. We do 2 exercises at the beginning of teaching a dog leash pressure when we want them to walk nice. So the first exercise is a 180 move, which is just a quick pop and turn around. And Ace is like, what? Oh, all right, we're going this way. Okay. Call it the 180 move. Whoop, going this way. And Ace is like, oh, all right, fine. And then the second exercise I do is a spatial pressure exercise, which I just use my body, good, and I turn the dog away from me. And then once he turns away, I walk the other way. And I do it again. Good. And then I go the other way. I have YouTube videos on this. Check it out. We're going to go ahead and just start walking. I am going to use quick little pops of the prong collar instead of using that choke chain. He doesn't have that choke chain on anymore. We're going to keep it short because it's warm out. But I want to start establishing a new position with this guy. Nice. Change direction. Nice. Walk into him. Because we got to change directions both ways. We don't always make left turns. Sometimes we make right turns. Little leash pops with this prong. And we'll work on his heel position. But this is just a general, like, hey man, I don't want you way out in front of me anymore. The leash is loose. We don't want a pulling dog. Change direction. But this heel position, his owner does this with him all the time, but he does it with the choke collar, but he still pulls a lot. So this is just different communication. I'm gonna tighten up this heel position so that he understands and eventually gets maybe that off-leash heel that everybody knows and loves. Hey, Mitchell. Good boy. Good job, buddy. Let's get in the shade. But that's it. That's all I'm gonna do with him. Also, it's super hot, so you get in the shade. Ace, sit. So he doesn't know how to sit for me just yet, so I'm gonna start applying leash pressure. Start that leash pressure sit. Sit. Gentle touches. Good boy. Good job, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. All right. And that's pretty much it. We're actually going to go back inside now. It's literally only a few minutes. I know, it's crazy, right? Let's go, handsome. But even walking back into the house, I want him to maintain that position. Okay. Ace, sit. Good boy. He knows how to sit. You know how to do it. But as soon as I open the door, he breaks that sit, so I'm going to get him back into it. Ace, sit. Good boy. Good job, handsome. So an open door, even if we're going into a place, an open door doesn't mean you can just rush in. Sorry, buddy, I know I made it hit the wall. Just little manners. I'm teaching him the house rules now. That's all we're doing. Let's go. Good boy. So this guy will get a chance to just hang out now. We're just gonna hang out because it's nice and cool in here. Since he's a crate breaking dog, he's just gonna spend some time out of the crate with me before we start building a better association with the crate. And yeah, he's just gonna hang out. He's gonna hang out with me, maybe have some lunch, have an early lunch. You hungry? You want a snack? He really likes these. I didn't know he would like these so much. Oh, very nice. Here you go, handsome. Good boy. You do anything else? Down. Here, let's use the food. Good boy. There you go. So Ace is he's a well-behaved guy for the most part. He's just got some issues, man. We want to be able to leave him alone, you know. Dogs can't go everywhere with us, even though we want them to sometimes. So we're going to teach this guy how to cope by himself. But for right now, we just worked on the walk. He's a good boy. Break! Yeah, come on! Yeah! Woohoo! Maybe I'll put the toy box down and see if he's into any toys. Want some toys? Good boy. Well, that's Ace, guys. This is day 1. He's only been here about an hour, so we'll see what happens next.